Lesson 2.7 builds off of the previous lessons by having students use the techniques they have learned to identify an unknown material. To do this, students get an unrevealed material, which are really Epsom salts. They determine the mass of salt it takes to saturate 50 milliliters of water, and they compare the value to other solids, thus identifying the material. So in Lesson 2.5, students planned and carried out a process to determine how much salt dissolves in 50 milliliters of water. In Lesson 2.6, students compared this to the results from dissolving citric acid in 50 milliliters of water to determine which is more soluble. Now in Lesson 2.7, students carry out the investigation again, but this time with an unknown substance. The Epsom salts are referred to in the teacher's manual as an unknown chemical, but it would be more appropriate to call it an unknown substance, unknown powder, or an unknown material. Hand out the chemical data sheet to students so they have a list of the different substances and a description of how each one appears. The sheet also provides the amount needed from each material to saturate 50 milliliters of water. Students will need to carefully consider how they will design their investigation to determine which substance they have in their possession. They should use the mass set to determine how much mass of the substance dissolves in 50 milliliters of water. And they should evaporate the solution so they can visually compare the residual crystals to the descriptions on their chemical data sheet. Although, as they'll discover, the descriptions are more or less the same for all the substances. This lesson aligns with both Standard 5PS 1.3 and 5PS 1.4. And it's another great opportunity to formatively assess how well students are applying the requisite skills of designing and carrying out a process.